have the hourly price chart for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. So here we can see that the stock is managing to continue to push higher. And overall, these price movements have been somewhat small if we're looking at share value and things like that. But I do think that these price breaks are more significant than they might appear at first glance. So we're going to kind of move into these price charts a little bit more in depth, a bit deeper, and try to identify exactly why I think these price breaks might be more significant than they appear. So we're starting here with the hourly chart. And as we can see here, the dominant trending move that I've been watching really does stem from this 575 high, where, I was expecting short sellers to start to enter the market. And then followed by this price low, which came in on July 24th, posting at just below 455. So if we're using this as our dominant trend movement here, what we're able to do is come up with some Fibonacci support and resistance levels that can be used to define sort of trading ranges going forward. And as we can see here, the share prices themselves did manage to forcefully break through some of these early levels quite quickly. This 23.6% and 38.2% fib levels were broken quite quickly. This did suggest that there was a kind of a major reversal unfolding here, given the strength of the prior downward move and then the reversal strength in the upward move that followed. These early Fibonacci zones, they were broken quite quickly, but then we started to see some, a bit of longer term resistance coming in at this 61.8% Fibonacci level. This is a more critical Fibonacci zone because this is what the 618 retracement is what the entire Fibonacci sequence is based on. So, it can be more difficult to break through than some of these earlier price zones. And as we can see here, this is what occurred. We were sort of holding here for quite a while, and we did start to see some breakage here during the July 30th trading session, July 30. And this was after the stock did manage to find support using most of its exponential moving average cluster. This would be 3 moving averages sort of aligning in one area. And this is the hourly chart, so these are more significant moving averages than, for example, if we were to be looking at the 5-minute chart or the 15-minute chart. Here we have the 20-hour, 50-hour, and 100-hour exponential moving averages all kind of, forming in the same area here. And as we can see, we were getting some resistance at this 618 retracement, but then all of these moving averages working together were enough to sort of hold prices and ultimately lead to breaks higher. So, this breakout did start to occur as we were seeing prices move into these 534 highs. This also happened during the July 30th trading session. And then, if we move out here, we can start to see that, we're just sort of grinding through this area continuously. These aren't significant breakouts, but, what this does mean is that we have now broken through this range resistance here, right around 530, as well as this 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this dominant price move. So this is significant because currently really all we're looking at here now overhead in terms of next support zones comes in right around 550, maybe a tick below there, maybe 549. We could start to see some resistance build again, but as we can see here, there are no moving averages in this area. There's really nothing here. You're sort of in rare air up here. So there are no historical resistance zones. There are no exponential moving averages here that are likely to force prices downward once again. So I do expect to see a little bit of resistance here at this 550 level because it is the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement. But if we are able to break through there convincingly, there is nothing that would be holding the stock back from retesting these prior highs at 575. These 575 levels, this 575 level is also very important because if we pull back here on this chart, we can see that this level was tested on 3 separate occasions. During this third price test here, we did start to see the most significant price failure, and this is when we did see these lows come in at 455. So the potential for reversal from this type of rallying area is significant, but the difference here is that the more you test a resistance zone, the less likely it is to hold up over time. If you see it 3, 4, 5 times, tested 3, 4, 5 times, it's sort of like you're sort of trying to beat down a door with a battering ram or something like that. Eventually, if you just kind of keep beating into that door, eventually it's going to fall over. So the same sort of tends to occur with these resistance levels. If you just keep testing these areas, eventually, you start to see prices grind through here. And given the fact that recently, we did see a fair amount of selling pressure emerge at this level. This is really what short squeezes are actually made of. People that are short from this area, these people are now going to have to start reversing their positions. Either they're going to get stopped out, or they're going to have to continue moving backward. In terms of price level, they're going to have to keep moving. They're going to have to keep establishing their trades at higher and higher levels. So I do think that this price move here might seem very small. I mean, we're only talking about 20 cents in share price movement here, but I think that it's significant because and not because of the share price value, but because of the fact that you're now breaking through this 618 retracement, and there's really not much resistance here until you reach this 575 level again. So, the real question going forward here is, where will these short sellers start to emerge? Will it be at 575? Will they possibly take a step back here and maybe reposition themselves at higher levels? That's completely possible. But the fact that we would now be heading for a fourth test of this region here, in my view, does suggest that it's just much less likely that we're going to see this level continue to hold. Because we also have to look at the fact that, as this triple top is formed, what has also formed here is another higher low in the process. So, if we look at this low here, roughly 455, just below there, the prior price low that came in with this stock was during the June 25th trading session, which posted at 433. So, overall, I can understand if people think that these are very small price movements. I would agree with that to some extent. These aren't huge price moves, but what matters here, in my opinion, is the overall structure and the technical signals themselves, which do suggest that the door is now really opening up for, at the very least, a fourth test of this 575 level. The real question here is whether or not it'll be able to hold up under that continued force, for the fourth time. So here's the current market analysis.
Our high-value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month.
These high-conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk-to-reward metrics that target massive, market-beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.